The disturbing story of the Bhatia family. On July 1, 2018, the Barari neighborhood in Delhi, India, was rocked by the chilling discovery of 11 family members dead inside their home. The Bhatia family was found hanging in a single room, blindfolded and gagged, with their hands bound behind their backs and mouths taped shut. The eldest member, Narayani Devi, was discovered strangled in a separate room. Initially, it was believed to be a mass murder, but as the investigation unfolded, the case took a darker turn. Diaries found around the house revealed strict rituals and instructions for attaining salvation and reuniting with God, which the family had apparently followed for years. The autopsy revealed that all the deaths were caused by hanging. However, there were no signs of struggle, and daily tasks such as milk in the fridge and phone recharges had been arranged for the next day, which conflicted with the theory of a premeditated mass suicide. According to the diary, after hanging themselves, the family believed their deceased father would resurrect them and reunite them. Yet, no one came to their rescue. As the family willingly ended their lives, the mystery only deepened. The case of the missing crypto queen Ruja Ignatova, a Bulgarian graduate from Oxford, gained significant attention for her groundbreaking crypto project, OneCoin. The coin launched successfully, and she quickly earned the title of Crypto Queen. Many investors, drawn in by Ruja's promises of immense profits, ended up putting their entire life savings into the scheme. They were promised substantial returns, but there was a major catch. OneCoin wasn't legitimate. It was nothing more than a fraudulent treasure hunt with no real value, as there was no digital ledger to validate the coin's authenticity. Experts believe that Ruja used a pyramid scheme to deceive people, where older participants received money from new investors to create the illusion of a functioning investment. Like all pyramid schemes, when too many people invested hoping to get rich, the scheme eventually collapsed. In October 2017, as U.S. authorities closed in, Ignatova vanished after boarding a flight from Bulgaria to Greece. Despite a thorough investigation and an ongoing manhunt, which includes a $100,000 reward from the FBI, her whereabouts remain unknown. Ruja Ignatova continues to be an elusive figure. The mysterious death of Elisa Lam. In 2013, a young woman named Elisa Lam, an aspiring writer from Canada, traveled to Los Angeles. She stayed at the infamous Cecil Hotel, where things quickly took a strange turn. Elisa went missing on January 31st, the day she was scheduled to check out and head to Santa Cruz. During the investigation, surveillance footage from the hotel's elevator revealed an unsettling scene. In the video, Elisa appeared disoriented, stepping in and out of the elevator, seemingly hiding from someone, pressing all the buttons, and attempting to communicate with an unseen presence. Weeks later, on February 19th, hotel guests began reporting strange-tasting water and low water pressure. Upon inspection, Elisa's lifeless body was discovered in one of the rooftop water tanks. Numerous paranormal theories about Elisa's death emerged, but none were supported by concrete evidence. Forensic reports showed no signs of a struggle or physical trauma, though they did reveal that she had bipolar disorder. The most plausible theory suggests that she may have forgotten to take her medication, leading to a psychotic episode and ultimately her death. However, this remains just a theory, and the true circumstances of Elisa Lam's death remain unsolved. Only the best detectives can click on like and subscribe button before the time runs out. Right done if you did on time. The Mystery of MH370. On March 8, 2014, Malaysian Airlines flight MH370 departed from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, en route to Beijing with 239 people on board. However, the flight disappeared from radar over the South China Sea and has never been found. Both Vietnamese and Malaysian air traffic controllers lost track of the plane that night. Fortunately, a military radar detected MH370. According to its data, the plane had turned towards the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, heading 180 degrees in the opposite direction of Beijing. This provided information about its direction, but not its exact location. A breakthrough came a few days later when investigators uncovered that MH370 had pinged a satellite 7 times. Using data from the satellite, military radar, the plane's fuel capacity, ocean currents, and other factors, experts estimated its possible location. They focused the search on an area 2,000 kilometers west of Australia, now referred to as the Seventh Arc. Despite years of searching and billions of dollars spent by multiple organizations, MH370 has never been found. Some theories suggest that the pilot, Captain Zahari, may have deliberately crashed the plane. Others propose that a lack of oxygen caused the passengers and crew to lose consciousness, leading to an eventual crash. However, these remain unconfirmed, leaving MH370 as one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in aviation history. The story of Andrew Carlson. On February 25, 2003, 44-year-old Andrew Carlson was arrested by the SEC for insider trading. Over the course of 2 weeks, weeks, he made 126 trades in the U.S. stock market, turning $800 into a staggering $350 million. Initially, his success was dismissed as sheer luck, but as his investments became increasingly high risk, yet continued to yield extraordinary returns, suspicion began to grow. During a 4-hour interrogation, Carlson claimed to be a time traveler from the year 2256. He explained that he had come back in time to show which investments would perform well in the future. In exchange for a lighter sentence and permission to return to his aircraft, Carlson offered to disclose the cure for AIDS, the exact date of the U.S. invasion of Iraq, and the location of Osama bin Laden. However, he refused to reveal the whereabouts or workings of his time machine. While authorities dismissed him as a delusional individual, things took a strange turn when it was discovered that there were no records of Carlson prior to 1850 December 2002. An anonymous benefactor paid his $1 million bail, and Carlson was scheduled for a hearing, but he mysteriously vanished before he could attend. Despite the bizarre nature of the case, the entire story was eventually debunked as a hoax. Yet many people continue to believe it was a cover-up, and that authorities might be concealing the truth. The legend of D.B. Cooper. On the night before Thanksgiving in 1971, a middle-aged man using the alias Dan Cooper boarded a Northwest Orient Airlines flight in Portland. Everything appeared normal until he showed a briefcase containing a bomb to one of the flight attendants. Calm and composed, Cooper caused no panic and outlined his demands: 4 parachutes, $200,000 in cash in $20 bills, and a fuel tank ready to refuel the plane at its destination. Due to the difficulty of arranging such a large sum of cash quickly, the pilot was instructed to circle over Portland while the preparations were made. The situation was kept confidential from the other passengers. Once the money and fuel were ready, the plane landed safely in Portland. After collecting the cash, Cooper released the passengers but kept the crew as hostages. The crew was instructed to refuel the plane and fly it towards Mexico. Cooper requested that the flight remain at only 10,000 feet. His next move was straight out of an action movie. He locked the crew in the cockpit and parachuted out of the plane, taking the 4 parachutes with him. Despite 45 years of investigation, the case was eventually closed. D.B. Cooper was never found, and his identity remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries for the FBI. The Phoenix Lights phenomenon. In March 1997, on a peculiar night, strange lights illuminated the skies over Phoenix, Arizona, forming a triangular pattern. These lights were not the typical airplane lights, but seemed to belong to a massive flying object. Some witnesses described it as a large, square-shaped object, while others claimed it was cigar-shaped. However, as it was night, no one could definitively identify what it was. What made this event even more intriguing was that despite the size of the object, it emitted no sound. Even though there were numerous witnesses, the true nature of the Phoenix Lights remains unclear. The mystery of the Nazca lines discovered in the dusty plains of southern Peru, are believed to date back to 500 BC. However, these are not mere random markings. When viewed from above, they form complete designs. Picture large shapes etched into the earth, animals like hummingbirds and monkeys, swirling patterns, and even human figures. The largest of these measures an impressive 630 feet long, nearly the length of 2 football fields. By 2020, approximately 80 to 100 figures had been uncovered, with archaeologists speculating that even more may lie hidden beneath the surface. How did people in that era manage to create them? The truth remains uncertain. Some theories suggest they began with small models, using them as templates to sketch out the larger designs. Others propose they used large weights suspended on ropes to form the lines. But why were these figures created? That remains a puzzle. Some scholars believe they were meant as a way to communicate with the gods, particularly for the people of Nazca. Others argue that the lines functioned as a kind of calendar. Some even suggest they were intended to help collect water, given the scarcity of it in the area. One of the more plausible theories is that the people were simply engaging in a creative activity, as life in that time might have offered few other distractions. Regardless, the true purpose of the Nazca lines continues to elude us.
I don't think you can click on the next video before 3 seconds runs out. 3, 2, 1.